Okay. Are you looking across the Atlantic? You must. You at least have to see what's going on over there.
It's funny, yeah. You meet investors and they're always talking about the States. States is a tough place, right? Financial services, it's competitive. Right? There's already companies doing amazing things. Lending Club on deck in New York. I visited them recently. It's a kind of, and it's not a country, right? It's like a continent, and each state has their own way of doing business. In some ways, it's actually quite, in what we're doing, the States is actually a little bit behind the UK. There's less data. There's like, UK, you have one company's house, which has information on every business. In the States, you have these federal bureaus of information, some of which are offline. What surprised me when I looked into it is that a lot of businesses, small businesses in the States, get paid by check, like much more than here, where most stuff is done by wire. That adds another complication in terms of how you settle these transactions, if there's like checks floating around. There's different laws, there's different competition, there's a greater culture of like unsecured debt in the US. So actually the biggest market for invoice finance is the UK, by far. It's bigger than America. So I would say that I'm in no hurry to go west. I think there are certain places in Europe which probably interest me a little bit more.
What about Asia or emerging markets?
Not on any kind of roadmap. We get approached all the time by business saying, we love what you're doing, we want to do it in country X. Can we license your technology? But it's too distracting. Like we want to consolidate our position in the UK, and then think about the next step.
It's a first world product at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
You need certain things.
Things go wrong, you need the rule of law, right?
Right.
It's not kind of, some countries, some things go wrong, that's it. You can't recover anything because there's no real like legal process. Here there's like a way of getting things done.
Okay, so you're not going to the States. First time we've heard that, I think.
Yeah,
Which is kind of refreshing.
I've yet to be convinced.
Okay, fair enough. Two other things come to mind. If you did get, say, 10 million pounds right now, could you use it in a productive way? And the second thing is, do you see companies out there that you really would like to partner with because it could speed up your growth, whether that means someone of your equivalent in New York City or not?
So we're currently talking to investors, not because we need the cash, but because it's good to think about the next kind of phase.
Always good to ask for money when you don't need it.
Yeah, that is definitely true. It's funny you should definitely think about raising money when you're in a position of strength. Definitely. Like I'd say like much more than 10 million. It would be maybe a bit too much, but I think $10 million we could definitely put to work. And that's just about going quicker, right? So just being bolder.
Right. Is that mostly marketing spend?
Yeah, I mean, we've done hardly any marketing spend.
Okay.
Like our brand has been built literally just through word of mouth and kind of smart PR at the right moments and client testimonials. Compare the market spends, I think, £25 million a year in marketing. And that's a fraction of what the banks spend. They're actually quite effective in how they use their marketing spend. So, we want to spend a bit more in marketing, we want to build the brand, we want to build out our sales team, we want to build out our technology team. The future will be, you asked about who we want to partner with, interesting will be integration with e-accountancy platforms, because right now very few businesses use them, people like Xero and Free Agent, and there's Sage, even Sage, the kind of old school one, is moving onto the cloud. So people will start to do their accounts through online software, like hosted in the cloud, and then you can plug into that and do cool things about.
That's perfect for you.
Yeah, that's perfect for us.
You can call them and say, we can give you this, and this.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'd say that's interesting. Like channel partners, people plugging in with software that SMEs are using to kind of say, okay, you're growing, have you thought about using us? And we can give you this based on just what we've gleaned already. So that requires quite a lot of technology kind of work, API hookups, sharing data. That's the way the world is going now.